Hello, this is about the
Yes, roll up.
tax on the mobility devices. That
AG
also
is stop
this
here,
one
he's
I
not
had.
in town.
Yes.
Next.
Uh,
AG is not here today.
Yeah. Next week we can take it. It'll 10 for 2 weeks there though. 2 weeks.
Item 11.
Jet Airways.
9 may not reach today because we are starting an income tax matter. So we just thought we'll run through the board and 11.
Your Lordship, I appear for the petition. My Lordship, we requesting for next week, my Lordship.
We'll keep it after a little while. So we'll just keep it after 3 weeks so that we'll finish some.
Your Lordship, it pertains to reservation for
I
the
know.
IPS. The UPSC mains would be this week. After that, the form would have to be filled. If we could have it anytime earliest convenient to your Lordships.
Can it come after 2 weeks?
Your Lordship.
All right.
12.
That's
Sort of
West Bengal matter.
West Bengal, after the income tax group, we'll start the West Bengal today. Let's see how long the income tax group is taking, or we'll then continue on Thursday or something like that. Will it be okay for everybody if we take it on Thursday?
But it may be abortive because nobody has filed a chart, nobody has filed a counter, more matters have come, your Lordship may have an incomplete matter. And Lordship may start the matter.
If it is kept back by.
Your Lordship gives a procedural direction
Complete.
to
Yeah.
complete the pleadings and have the chart which the government was to give your Lordships, then Manoj, it will be
No
better to
counter
take-
has been filed by the.
No.
Counter is one or two have been filed.
Who's appearing for the respondent?
Detailed order.
We are appearing for the.
You have not filed a counter? You want to go on with
I
the?
will not get every copy, Malak. We get, and not only that, Malak, School Service Commission is also not filed anything. Because last.
You are appearing for whom?
I am appearing for the writ petition.
The original writ petitioner before the
Original.
High Court. And who are the other respondents in these?
School Service, answering respondent is the School Service Commission is the answering respondent. And they ought to file in the last occasion, Malak, remember, they says that the segregation list they are going to file, Malak, but till date, whether they are not filed.
You have a copy of whatever it finds, the state government or the.
Where is the School Service Commission?
Just one. State has filed an NLD number one.
Application
So the state and commission are not filing any further affidavit, so it is for them to respond to the SLP.
Are you people filing your counters to the SLP or not? All right, we will give one opportunity so that nobody says we didn't give that opportunity.
Clear, Manoj.
Yeah, we'll say that,
But state and commission also filed the SLP here. They have preferred the special petitions there.
yes.
Therefore, Lord, when they are asking for the affidavits, their stand is very clear in the SLP itself.
But the private writ petitioners before the High Court.
Private, they have not filed, my lord. They are the writ petitioners before the High Court.
So what we'll do is that we will give them an opportunity to file a counter within 2 weeks.
But
If they don't, we will say the right to file the counter will stand closed. And we will say that, is it possible to prepare one compilation? Otherwise, it will be impossible, with so many lawyers appearing.
May I
Nodal
just
council
tell-
this side nodal council, that side, no, kind of.
my lord, may I just tell you Lord, one thing?
I think
My lord,
the commission will
in
get.
Calcutta High Court, there are 50 petitioners. 50 petitions. Now, just a one, that what has happened, my lord, in one affidavit, in one petition, one affidavit, another petition, another affidavit, one petition and one report, another report is another affidavit. All, my lord, it is really, my lord, I can try to do it, my lord, but it's really difficult, your lord.
Better if
Any
commission
report
does
is
it.
not.
The commission is more concerned, so commission should file the.
No, we are not, the commission is not concerned, Lord, we are.
All right, you tell us, who will really
One
help
nodal
in?
council each side, Manoj,
Well,
to nominate.
Your Lordships, may I suggest a.
Lord, we are looking,
I think.
Lord, we are looking to these things to that. Commission,
May I make a suggestion?
my lord, commission is
That
changing,
is
let's
keeping
just-
here.
my lord, commission is changing their stand from time to time, my lord.
Lord,
This
ask
has
question,
this has
Ask
created a
question.
great difficulties to us. Commission in Supreme Court said something else.
Now, you are appearing for whom?
My lord, I am appearing for the OMR disputed candidates. Group C, Group D, class 9, class 10.
So you are the candidates who will be displaced now as a result of the judgment.
Exactly. Affected.
So really speaking, you are on the same, on the
Same
same,
side.
yeah, same side as this.
One
May I just point out, Your Lordships, there'll be 5 categories of people. The first will be, Your Lordships, the government. The second will be SSC.
1 second. Yes.
One is government, second is SSC.
Yes.
Third are the original writ petitioners whose grievance was that they were not selected due to all the malpractices that were followed. That will be class 9 and 10, class 11 and 12, and group C and group D. All the 4 categories subsumed in that. And group C and D. The 4th category, Your Lordships, will be
Yes.
people who were appointed and their appointments were cancelled. Yes, Your Lordships. And 5th will be the residual category who would have been appointed, but action yet not taken against them.
No.
And also, very well, also CBI, lastly. So these are the main stakeholders in the entire matter, Your Lordships, and I humbly submit that it cannot carry on in personam. This matter has to carry on in rem. So once these interests are before Your Lordships, represented before Your Lordships, rest of the people who want to file can file interventions. For example, today my petition is also a new SLP with a permission to file.
Now tell us this, who would be appearing for the government of West Bengal? Who is
I'm
leading the?
appearing for the government Bengal and Astha Sharma will be the coordinating council from this side.
So whether Your Lordship, they are writ petitions or
Nodal council.
interventions or SLPs, the dispute is the same.
This is the main appeal, no?
Well, it's also in 12.27, we moved an application for.
Apart from that one,
The name of the commission is West Bengal Central School Service Commission.
Full
right?
circumstances.
Right. Now who's appearing for the School Service Commission?
Mr. Jaideep Gupta was in that.
Mr. Jaideep Gupta.
Your Lordships, now SSC can file a common affidavit.
Yes, fair enough. Mr.
For
Gupta,
everyone.
you are appearing for the School Service Commission? All right, perfect. Now, the petitioners in the High Court who are not selected,
We are appearing for the, on behalf of the writ petitioner. Apart from this, all, my lord, West Bengal Board of Secondary.
so you are those petitioners who contend that the selections were vitiated by fraud,
Yes.
right? You are in conflict with Mr. Dwivedi, are we right in making that assumption, right? They are the people who say that, look, we should have been selected.
That's-
You didn't select us, you selected other people by fraud or whatever. That's their case.
Blood, no, that has not been, blood, sorry,
We
that,
are
that
not
has
making
been
any
not
observation
said
on
in the
merits. We are just
petition.
trying to understand the lay of the party so that then we can make bring
Yeah.
some order to the whole matter.
May I point out one another thing?
Now, how many lawyers are in that category?
So far as.
We can't number them, most of us are in that.
All right, all right.
Just get another category minutes.
So you would represent class 9, 10, 11, 12, group C and group D, right?
But
All
there
right,
are-
all right. Now, persons appointed whose appointments were cancelled. There we would have Mr. Vaidyanathan, Mr. Patwalia, Mr. Ramchandran.
So far as there are.
Well, there's also another subcategory. The subcategories of those people who were never parties in the litigation. And as a result of,
And whose appointments will be cancelled, right?
Yes.
well, it's without being a party.
Right, fair. Few, but whose appointments would be cancelled now? All right, all right. All right. RPI is also on the same, all right.
तो ऐसा मोटा चाप नहीं आ जाना
मतलब there are
चाप नहीं आ जाना
There would be categories concerning.
And persons who would be, persons who could be appointed and no action has been taken. Who are those people? Those are the people whom the government had said that all right, we will extend some benefit to them, but eventually they were not appointed.
मतलब
So, one second, just 1 second. If everybody keeps on talking out of turn, we'll never be able to find chaos. Today, let's at least find some procedural formalities on this order. So we take it therefore that these are the 6 categories of people.
मतलब there are two more there are two more
There's
categories.
one more category, Malan.
Which category?
Malan, there are 2 new tally numbers, Malan, we have filed yesterday.
Which
Malan.
category do you
This
belong?
category is, Malan, not called for verification, Malan. We were the original whistleblowers, Malan. Because of our original 2 writ petitions, Malan, a batch of writ petitions, Malan, there were CBI inquiries
So
and there were
you,
certain orders.
therefore you want the process to be cancelled, right?
Malan, no, what we are asking for is, Malan, if the second limb of the judgment of the Honorable Division Bench holds good before this bench, that is to segregate, Malan, with regard to the people
Tainted
who
and the
are otherwise
untainted.
legitimate and got the jobs and people who are not legitimate and but still got the job, Malan.
Now,
If
did
that
you get the
segregate-
job or did you not get the job?
Then,
Did you?
Malan, we will come into the, Malan, consideration, zone of consideration.
Oh, you will be the beneficiaries of segregation.
Yes, precisely.
मतलब there is a
really a
मतलब there is
Not
another
these 6, only rest are offshoot.
That's right. These 6 are the broad categories. Look, we are not going to shut out anybody who says in the hearing that, look, please give us 2 minutes. We'll also hear those categories. But broadly, these are the 6 categories. Now, 1 second. Now, we are not going to add to the categories anymore. We're not adding to the categories anymore. Now, tell us, Asa Sharma will be the nodal council for the state of West Bengal. We'll
state.
also, for the state and the staffs and the school
State
selection.
commission and those other private, whose examinations have been cancelled.
They all sail in the same boat.
Same board.
So on behalf of the private parties, is there any other nodal council whom we can appoint?
May I say one thing, when you're pointing out the
Same
category,
Gupta.
please keep it there, because within the category of people who have been today dislodged, there are subcategories.
Obviously.
You have the OMR sheets, you have.
That's
the-
all right, but if we start Ms. Arora, if we start listing out all that today, we will be finding out now it will be like an argument today. We just want to give some procedural direction so that we will have one paper book common for everybody in this case. Otherwise, it will be impossible to sift through, 500 petitions.
When it's-
On behalf of the second
It will
category.
become extremely difficult for my lords to put all the categories into one.
No, we are not. We are not. We are just appointing council so that at least the relevant rules and regulations, precedents on which people want to rely upon, all that is at least compiled and put before us. The lead writ petition is put,
I have already filed my lord, honestly, admitted
but that's a matter of argument.
because the panel
That-
prior to the whole lot. It's all, we.
That's a
can
matter of argument.
Where?
Ms. Arora, if we don't do this exercise, it will be impossible to write a judgment, which we have 1,000 petitions or 500 petitions, and you have odd petitions, council telling us, well, this page in this petition, it's impossible to actually get down
I
to
understand that.
type a judgment, so we have to have some chaos in this, some order in the chaos rather.
Chaos
But
or-
there is a chaos, absolutely.
Let the school service commission do
May
it.
suggest
All right.
Shalini Kaul. Shalini
They are the
Kaul.
central.
Sorry, who, where?
Note Shalini Kaul.
All right, so we've got Asta Sharma,
Let's come in.
Shalini Kaul, and who else? All right,
For the in-service candidate,
in service.
in-service, my lord, who were working from 2007.
Asta Sharma and Shalini Kaul will be covering your perspectives as well as nodal council.
No, I didn't get your lordship.
We are just appointing nodal council as in the CB matters to prepare one consolidated
That's okay,
finale.
but we are looking for in-service candidates,
In-service
that's a separate category altogether.
Everybody is in service.
2007, my lord.
Millets, can I submit one thing?
You see,
See,
in-service
for the
candidates
Ready?
are exactly like Mr. Vaidyanathan, Mr. Raju Ramchandran, Mr. Patwalia, and Mr. Ranjit Kumar, whose appointments will be cancelled as a result of the judgment.
Millets, can I just suggest, apart from these 6 categories, Millets, there are also 2 broad parallel categories in terms of the arguments. One will be 65B and the technical aspects, and the other will be the remaining. So these could be clubbed up together.
These are arguments. These are not categories.
Millet,
These are
because they'll
arguments.
help this court. Ultimately,
You are
it will
saying
help.
that the 65B certificate is invalid. So that's an argument. That's an argument.
Lordship,
All right. And
Lordship,
on this
similar-
side, one
similar-
second, please. Please don't talk out. 1 second. Don't talk out of turn.
Lordship,
Now,
similar matter.
don't talk out of turn. What applies to the left applies to the right as well. And to the center. Now tell us. Now I'll tell you what. Tell us now. On this side, is there any nodal council who would like to work with these two council we have nominated?
Because Shekhar Kumar would be there.
All right.
But may I make one suggestion?
Another thing, my lord.
Mr. Shekhar Kumar? Right. All right.
May I point out another-
Selected and.
Now, 1 second. In order to, no counter affidavit has been filed, till date. Full stop. In the event that any of the, respondents seek to file their counters, they shall do so on or before do saptah ka time de dijiye. If no counter is filed, the right to file a counter affidavit shall stand closed and the proceedings shall be conducted on the basis of the record as it stands. Next. Broadly speaking, it has emerged from the submissions of counsel on both sides that there are six, that the categories in relation to the present batch of cases would comprise of the following. Bracket 1, the state government, the government of West Bengal, semicolon, bracket 2, the West Bengal Central School Service Commission, bracket 3, original petitioners before the High Court, who are not selected, into brackets, representing classes 9 and 10, semicolon, 11 and 12, and groups C and D, bracket, and similarly situated persons. Bracket 4, persons whose appointments have been cancelled by the judgment of the High Court. 5, persons who would be appointed in pursuance of the decision of the
Division bench.
in pursuance of the division bench, but where no action has been taken. Persons who would stand to persons who would stand to be appointed.
Persons will lose their job because of
The judgment of the
malpractice.
division
No, there is no direction. There is no category. There is no such directions.
bench. Once, everything, right. Then that fifth category, then the fifth category we will not mention.
Blood direction.
And fifth, 5, the
Blood
central, 1 second, we are not putting the fifth category. 5, the Central Bureau of Investigation. Full stop. We have clarified during the course of the hearing to assuage the concerns of all the learned counsel that these are broad categories and will not exclude the possibility of any person having a distinct case presenting it before this court. Can you please allow me to argue, dictate the matter? Full stop. To facilitate, full stop. Given the large number of petitions which have been filed before this court, it would be necessary to have a common compilation which can be relied upon by all the learned counsel at the time of the hearing. Full stop. To facilitate this, uske pehle likh lijiye. During the course of the hearing, we have noticed that the court has been apprised of the fact that Mr. Rakesh Dwivedi, learned senior counsel, appears on behalf with Ms. Asta Sharma, appears on behalf of the state of West Bengal, while Mr. Jaideep Gupta, learned senior counsel, appears for the school service, West Bengal Central School Service Commission. Full stop.
Mr. Kaul also appears.
Mr. Kaul, you are appearing for
the state of West
For the
Bengal.
state.
Okay.
Mr. Devi.
So, yes, sir. Yes, we'll take that. The persons whose appointments would stand to be cancelled as a result of the impugned judgment of the division bench of the High Court are represented inter alia by Mr. C.S. Vaidyanathan, Mr. Raju Ramchandran, Mr. P.S. Patwalia, Ms. V. Mohana, Mr. Ranjit Kumar,
I
will assist.
Ms. Meenakshi Arora, and Ms. Padmanabhan.
I am representing.
All right, so आपका भी नाम लिखो, Mr. Hidayat Bandala.
We are all representing, Milord, our SLPs.
Must be your lordship have
You are
forgotten
away,
my
you are away,
surname.
you are away from Parliament today.
No, our parliament is not there.
And Mr. Roy is for whom?
For the similarly circumstanced group D.
My lord,
Alphabetical order.
Lordship, I want to assist.
my lord, Mr.
Mr. Ranjit Kumar भी डाल.
My lord, Mr. Patik sir.
Madhi Diwan also.
Lordship,
My
Fair
lord,
enough, Mr. Ranjit Kumar, Ms. Madhi Diwan.
Mr. Patik
See,
sir, my
we are
lord.
not, look, we are just putting out some names so that, you know, we know when the matter opens up, who is appearing for whom. All right.
Lordship,
Lordship may not put any name, my lord.
All right,
Don't
किसी
put
का
any
नाम मत
name.
लिखो. All right, don't put any names because.
Otherwise there will be the chaos.
All right. All right.
Lordship,
The
Only one.
ऐसा लिखते हैं हम, council appearing, all the council appearing in this batch of matters who fall into one of the above stated categories shall furnish details to Ms. Asta Sharma during the course of the day, so that a consolidated master list of council can be prepared. All right, then we will say in order to facilitate the preparation of a common compilation, we appoint the following, by consent, we appoint the following advocates as nodal counsel, colon, 1, Ms. Asta Sharma, 2, Ms. Shalini Kaul, and 3,
Kunal Chatterjee is there in all the matters.
Kunal Chatterjee is most important. He's for the board as well as for the.
Kunal Chatterjee,
It's very.
3, Mr. Kunal Chatterjee.
Because because we are has been approved.
Yes.
Report from day one.
Right.
At our instance, Mr. Partho.
Mr. Kindly.
Who?
Mr. Partho Steel, the advocate on record. Kindly.
Mr.
Partho.
Oh, Mr. Pathis, okay. All right. The 4 nodal council, that Shekhar Kumar we already put there. The 4 nodal council shall ensure that they sit together and prepare a common compilation in the electronic form. Full stop. This shall be circulated to all the learned council appearing on behalf of the contesting parties in the proceedings. Full stop. This exercise shall be completed within a period of 2 weeks. The proceedings shall be listed for final hearing on Tuesday. Place it exactly after 3 weeks, 2 weeks to file the counter. If no counter comes, and we're giving 2 weeks to prepare it.
Lordship,
Right.
Lordship, item number 26.
Right. The council falling in the above categories will be at liberty to file their written submissions, not exceeding 5 pages each, not exceeding 5 pages each. Full stop. We would request all council appearing for a given category to prepare one set of submission. Right? So that, you know, Mr. Batwalia, Mr. Ramchandra and Mohana, please sit down together and prepare one compilation. Your 5 can become 7, but, you know, we'll then have some idea.
But
Lordship,
my lord, for the writ petitioners before the High Court, they have to deal with all these arguments. Their argument cannot be with the
One compilation means
one submission, one set of submissions.
one type of sum, but
I think Mr. Gupta, Mr. Dwivedi, and Mr.
My
Anjaliwal.
submission is just limited to one point.
So,
Rest all is
yeah,
Mr.
fair enough, but prepare one set of submissions because you are the people who are challenging the judgment of the High Court.
Yes, madam.
They are the private parties challenging. The petitioners before the High Court are seeking to sustain the judgment of the High Court.
Yes,
So we get the broad categories now.
One risk.
And state and SSC, etc. is concerned, your lordships, because notice has not been issued in our SLB. Let them just circulate.
But-
We can apply to the registry and get their stamp.
All right.
That is.
there are new matters today, new matters in this, kindly issue notice and direct.
All the matters.
Notice shall issue in all cases where notice has not been issued thus far. However, it is clarified that one counter affidavit alone will be filed in the lead matter. Full stop. Now, one more thing which I wanted to ask you was that we'll have only one counter affidavit. That's one thing is very clear. Now, apart from that, so far as the state of West Bengal, there are basically the most significant challenges are by the private parties who are going to be ousted. but more important, the state of West Bengal and the School Service Commission. Now, I would like to have, just so that we have some idea about the facts, can somebody take the burden of preparing a dispassionate set of list of dates containing everything?
That will
So Dwivedi, will you be able to do that?
We'll prepare.
Everything there. We don't be selective. We only request the state government can do that. Don't be selective in what you are disclosing. Put everything on the record, because then it's a matter of argument. But
That's right.
otherwise, we'll not have a comprehensive set of dates. So please do that for us, so that.
One race.
Yes, their presence is very much required.
The board.
West Bengal Board of Secondary Education presence is very much required because there is an excess appointment. School Service Commission.
The commission is the.
No, we'll ask the state of West Bengal to do it. We'll coordinate with Mr. Dwivedi and both of you.
My lord would be kind enough, my lord, in the meantime, direct the CBI to place its report before the court. Let us know what has happened, how far they have proceeded.
Commission and the West Bengal
Board of Secondary Education.
Board of.
Love to see.
One race.
That the board is very serious before the Supreme Court. And unfortunately, SSC, before this single judge, did not argue. Board did not argue. Board did not appear. Board did not argue. Nothing, no seriousness. We would love to see that they have become serious now.
Only one request is there, my lord. Certain SLPs are not appearing in
All
your.
right, now we'll get on with our, I think we brought some order to what we are going to do.
My lord, some of the SLPs are appearing in the.
I missed it, but did this honorable court direct the CBI to file its
All of them
report?
will be on board now. These are representative proceedings. I mean, it may at the end happen that some SLPs were not listed or whatever. They'll follow whatever you. When we have so many counsel across the spectrum making arguments, everybody. will be-
I have, one respectful sub.
All right, now.
Well, one respect.
Liberty
All
to
good things have to come
awards.
to an end. Vibha. All good things have to come to an end. Let's get-
I have one request.
Malad CBI.
CBI report may be,
Important, Malad, in this regard,
already CBI has filed a charge sheet in this regard in all the four matters, RC 1, 2, 3, 4.
Malad, another thing is that Malad.
CBI has already
I
filed a
can't hear you at all, and we'll not be able to hear anybody because everybody is out talking out of turn. Now, though I don't use a hearing aid, we have switched off our ears to everybody in this matter.
Malad-
Hear it on the
Malad-
next, okay.
That CBI has already filed a charge sheet in this regard, let the report be filed on the next day.
Next. Item 14. Item 28.
Lordship, item number 26 is related